Yay! All right, so before we start playing the baritone, make sure that you watched the video about putting the instrument together and taking it apart in the maintenance. So if you haven't watched that, stop this video and go find that and watch it right now. If you already watched it, you're good to go. So the first thing we need to do is talk about making a sound on the mouthpiece. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna put your lips together, and then you're gonna put the mouthpiece right in the center, and you're gonna blow. And without the mouthpiece, it looks like this. And now when I'm doing this, instead of just going, I'm doing, so I'm tonguing the notes, just like we talked about when we played recorders in music class. So go ahead and take some time, see if you can get a nice sound on the mouthpiece. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to hold the baritone. This is a full-size baritone, but I'll also show you how to hold the baritone if you have a 3/4 size. So with a full baritone, a lot of times there is a ring that you can put your finger through, and you've got fingers 1, 2, 3, your pinky just kind of hangs out. My left hand is going to be my support and help me hold on to the baritone, and then I'm pushing the baritone against my body to hold it at the right spot. Depending how tall or short you are, you might be able to just hold it in your lap and be able to have the mouthpiece come right to your face, but chances are that might not be the case. Whatever you do, you don't want to have to duck down to play, and you don't want to have to put your head up to be able to play. So you want to hold it so that it goes directly into your mouth so that it is nice and comfortable. All right, let me show you a 3/4 size. So with the 3/4 size, you're still gonna use your right hand to play, but back here, the back part of the baritone, you're gonna stick your thumb underneath this part of the baritone here, and then you're actually gonna stick your thumb between the first and the second valve, and then you've got fingers 1, 2, and 3, and again, the pinky doesn't have anything to do, it can just kind of hang out. And then your left hand can wrap around and hold onto the baritone so that you can push it against your body and you can get a nice firm fit, and you want to make sure that it is going directly to your mouth. Again, you don't want to have to slouch down, and you don't want to have to put your chin up to play. All right, so let's get started playing the baritone. All right, when you set up your music, whether you have a music stand or not, if you don't have a music stand, try to find a place that you can prop your music up. But I like to have the fingering chart right next to the band packet for reference, and I'll show you how to use it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at number 1. And this is bass clef, so if you didn't watch the video on how to read the bass clef, make sure you do that. But my bass clef for the lines, I say, go buy donuts for Allison. So go buy, this would be a B. And it is a B flat because I can see the flat sign right here. This whole note gets 4 beats. And then the whole rest gets 4 beats as well. And then notice when we get here to the end, there are 2 dots, 2 lines, that means to repeat. So I'm gonna play this song 2 times. Then you get down here to number 2, 3, and 4. These are all B flats, but we've got different note values. So still a B flat, but this one gets 2 beats because it's our half note, and then the half rest, which gets 2 beats. Then we go down here to our quarter notes, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. And then down here we've got 5 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, before we play our quarter rest, which gets 1 beat of rest. So how do we finger the B flat? If we look over here, we're looking for the B flat that looks just like this. So it's on the second line, and you can see right here, B flat. You can even circle it on your fingering chart so you can find it easily. And you can see that all 3 valves are up, and they are not colored in, so I don't have to push down any valves, and that would look like this. So I'm just going to keep my fingers up and not push any down for a B flat. So let's play. All right, so for my B flat, I don't have to push anything down, but I can still get multiple notes when I play with no fingers down. So I want to try to get this sound. I don't want get too high, I need the low one. See if you can get that low one before you go on. So you would want to pause the video so you can get that low sound before you move on. Anytime during this video, you can pause. So I suggest listening to number 1 and then pausing and practicing. Listen to number 2, pause and practice, and so on. Here is number 1. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you look at number 2. Number 2 has our half notes, so we hold it for 2 beats. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then we jump down to number 3 with our quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go on to number 4. And now I've got 5 quarter notes that I play before I do the first quarter rest. Here's number 4. So make sure that you practice 1 through 4 and you're getting a nice B flat sound before you move on to number 5 through 8. All right, so now we're ready to go on to 5 through 8. And you can see here that now this note is on the space. In this space, I guess I should say. So the spaces are all cows eat grass. So all cows, this would be a C. So we've got half notes, and then we've got the dotted half note, which hopefully you remember gets 3 beats. And then going down to number 6, I've got all C's, except we've got these 8th notes in here. And you probably remember from music class that the 8th notes, 2 8th notes together equal 1 beat. So they're going to be faster than my quarter notes. So I would count this like this. Do, 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 day, do, 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 day, do, do, day, do, day, do, do, do. So hopefully you can hear that the 8th notes are faster. All right, so then we'll go down to number 7, and now we go between C and B flat. So hopefully you can see the difference. The C is on the 2nd space, the B flat is on the 2nd line. And again, there is a repeat. You get down to number 8, and this just goes back and forth between C's and B flats. And the way that I keep track so that I don't lose my place, since it's a bunch of C's and B flats, every measure has 4 beats in it here. So I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. All right, so how do we finger the C? So we go over to our fingering chart, we find the C that looks the same. All right, it's in that 2nd space, and you can circle it so you can find it easily. And the C, you can see I'm pushing down the 1st and the 3rd valve. Okay, to finger the C, you're going to push down your 1st and 3rd finger, and that will be our C. So we're going to play number 5. All right, here is number 6. So make sure that you are tonguing your notes, because if you do not and you're just blowing, it'll sound like this. First of all, it doesn't sound very nice, but second, it also, I cannot play very fast. So make sure you're tonguing those notes so that you can play the 8th notes and all your notes nice and crisp. All right, here is number 7, going back and forth between the C and the B flat. All right, number 7. Again, make sure you are counting in your head so that you don't get lost. Number 8. Your homework, I would like you to practice, of course, all of this, but then I want you to record number 4 and number 8 for me. Number 4 and number 8. And if you have to do the video several times, that's okay, because we're practicing, right? Practicing is what's going to make us better. So practice this whole page, but then when you go to do your video for number 4, number 8, you may have to do it a couple of times before you get the right take, and that's okay. So if you record and you don't like the way that it sounds, you don't think that it is worthy of sending to me, then just delete it and do it again. And like I said, it doesn't matter how many times you have to do it, you're practicing. All right, have fun.